Hate me. Love me. Either way, you're spending your energy thinking about me. But here's the truth. Your value isn't in what people think. It's in what you stand for. If you live for their praise, you'll break under their criticism. So ask yourself, who are you trying to impress? Them? Or the future you? As children, we were rewarded for being good. Good meant obedient, agreeable, nice. We learned that love was conditional. Approval became the drug. And it never stopped. In school, grades and praise. In work, promotions and performance reviews. In social media, likes and shares. We're trained to perform, not to live. But here's the trap. The more you chase approval, the more you fear losing it. And when that fear grows, you become a prisoner of perception. The Stoics knew this well. Epictetus wrote, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." That's real freedom. The courage to grow, even if it means being misunderstood. People don't see you, they see their story of you. When someone criticizes you, it's often not about you at all. It's about how your presence makes them feel about themselves. Your confidence might remind them of their insecurities. Your calm might remind them of their chaos. This is called the mirror theory. People project what they don't want to face in themselves. So if someone hates you, it might be a sign that you're doing something right. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you internalize this, you stop fearing judgment. You stop defending your truth. And you begin living with integrity. Some people will hate your growth, because it reminds them they're still stuck. Let them. You weren't born to shrink for their comfort. You were born to lead by example. Here's the twist. Love and hate are not opposites. They're both forms of ego. If you're addicted to being loved, you'll be crushed when you're hated. If you're afraid of hate, you'll compromise your truth for applause. True strength? It's found in detachment. You accept praise with grace, but don't cling to it. You receive hate with clarity, but don't carry it. Both are just noise. The Stoics practice this daily. To remain calm in praise. Steady in insult. Ask yourself, is this in my control? Their opinion? No. Your reaction? Yes. You can't stop them from loving or hating you, but you can choose your posture. Another question from Marcus Aurelius. What if today was my last day? Would you live to impress? Or to live honestly? How to handle criticism practically. Criticism hurts when it hits something that's still unhealed. That's not weakness, that's opportunity. Here's a Stoic method to handle it. 1. Pause. Don't react instantly. Let emotions cool. 2. Ask, is there truth in this? 3. If yes, use it. Improve. If no, release it. Not every opinion deserves a seat at your table. The loudest voices are often the least self-aware. You don't need to explain yourself to people who aren't listening. Let your actions speak louder than their insults. That's Stoic power. Remember, silence is not weakness. It's strategy. The best response to an unfair attack is calm improvement. Handling praise without losing yourself. Praise feels good. It's natural. But it's dangerous if you start performing for it. The moment you act to keep being praised, you stop acting from purpose. Compliments are fine, but they're not your foundation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is praised now is once criticized, and what is criticized now may be praised later." Stay grounded. Let praise pass through you. Don't let it stick to you. Build your confidence on consistency, not compliments. Here's where it all shifts. Stop asking, do they like me? Start asking, am I true to myself? Because not everyone will like you, and that's a sign you're leading. Leaders aren't built for comfort. They're built for change. You don't need universal approval. You need courage. Stop chasing applause. Start building alignment. That's the path of the Stoic. Freedom begins in detachment. Love me. Hate me. You're allowed to feel how you feel. But I'm no longer changing myself to fit your mood. I won't shrink to keep your comfort intact. My job isn't to be liked by everyone. It's to be true to myself. Some will misunderstand. Others will follow. I live for meaning, not applause. That is where real peace begins. If this message hit you in the heart, you're not alone. You're part of a small group who thinks deeper, who doesn't just want motivation, but meaning. On this channel, we don't chase followers. We awaken leaders. If you're tired of trends and ready for timeless wisdom, backhand index pointing right, subscribe now to Stoic Spark. Share this with someone who needs it. Comment below. I choose truth over approval. And remember, you weren't born to be liked. You were born to live. If you feel like you don't fit in, maybe that's not a problem. Maybe it's proof that your standards have risen. The truth is, if everyone likes you, you're probably watering yourself down. Being liked by everyone is often a sign of compromise, not character. Look at history's greatest minds. Socrates, Jesus, Galileo, Mandela. All were misunderstood. All were hated in their time. But they lived with conviction. The goal isn't to be liked. The goal is to be aligned. When you stop needing the world's approval, you become dangerously free. Free to speak. Free to act. Free to live with purpose. The peace of not needing to prove anything. Imagine walking into a room and not needing to impress a single person. Not dressing for attention. Not talking to sound important. Not adjusting your energy to fit the crowd. Just showing up, calm, grounded, real. That's what Stoicism gives you. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Stop performing. Stop explaining. Stop proving. You don't owe anyone a version of you that fits their preferences. You owe yourself authenticity. And once you walk that path, life gets simple and powerful. When you become immune to praise and insult. What if you could read a hateful comment and feel nothing? What if someone cheered you loudly and you smiled then moved on? That's not apathy. That's clarity. The Stoics called this equanimity, a balanced, undisturbed mind. Seneca wrote, "A wise man is content with himself. He neither seeks applause nor fears criticism. Applause is sweet, but it fades. Criticism stings, but only if you let it. Real power is built in silence. You do your work, you stay on your path, and let the world decide how it feels about you. Either way, you're unmoved. The quiet power of not reacting. The world will poke you. People will test you. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Someone posts a passive-aggressive comment. Someone gives you that tone at work. Your old self would snap, argue, defend. But not anymore. Now you know. Not everything deserves your energy. Not everything needs your reaction. Silence is strength. Composure is dominance. When you stay calm in chaos, people will notice, even if they never say it. Becoming untouchable, not in ego but in spirit. Being untouchable doesn't mean being arrogant. It means knowing who you are so deeply, that nothing outside can shake what's inside. Your peace no longer depends on other people's opinions. You don't compete. You don't compare. You just are. And that is the highest level of freedom a person can achieve. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others. Instead of wondering what they think of you, think about what you think of you. That's what matters." If this message hit home, you're not here by accident. You're one of the few who chooses growth over comfort, depth over drama, peace over popularity. I want to invite you. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to Stoic Spark. For timeless lessons, weekly reminders of truth, and motivation that doesn't expire. Leave a comment. I am free from opinions. And remember, whether they love you or hate you, let them. You've already chosen your side.